Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Inner Harbor Studios. Yeah, it's a little bit of skip happens this afternoon, but we're actually in the radio station, Inner Harbor Media, 92.1 The Wolf. Thank you for checking in. The door opens. The sky was getting dark. This guy came in and said, "You got to get me out of the storm."
Yep.
But Ken Domash, right?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Oh my gosh, it's Ken Domash.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Yes, you did.
Be careful how you say that.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to see you, my friend.
Great to be here.
Welcome to Syracuse.
Thank you.
Have you ever been to this area before?
No,
Didn't think so.
no, and I literally just came in, followed
Follow
hopped out of my
GPS,
car,
put the address in I gave you
Yep,
earlier, and said,
just didn't. Yeah,
turn right,
Yes,
turn left.
I haven't even had a chance. All I did was had the
Do you
windshield wipers.
do you have like? Oh, it was raining on the
It was
way in.
pouring. Yeah, it's coming.
You know, this will be posted probably during the concert with Hardy or after the show, but still, I know something that's what we got to look forward to
Hopefully,
in a little bit. So it's a great show coming up. But let's talk about you a little bit. Where are you from?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, Cardinals fan.
Of course, yeah. You get kicked out. It's not a choice. Just so we're all on the same page. Yeah. For sure.
Okay. All right. I don't know if I'm allowed to interview you then.
Oh,
no.
yeah, here's the funny
You know,
thing.
here we're the Mets, the Yankees, or the Giants, or the Bills, depending on what time of the year
so
it
when
is.
I say I'm a fan, I like going.
Okay.
I don't get into the whole rivalry thing. I have no big stake in that. And as my kids even joke, it's like we hardly get to games because I'm usually into music or any
You're
kind of
right.
art or other stuff.
Cool.
But I love going.
Yeah. How long you been playing?
I picked this up like 16 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a grown up. I had everything all different.
Right
paths.
there with you, my friend.
Yeah, and
You
then
make that turn and you don't go back.
Oh yeah, and then I saw music.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
wow.
So it's been a big change for you. Yeah, I mean, because obviously being, a little bit older than a lot of people when they
Right.
pick up the guitar, I'm sure you had a job. I'm sure you were doing all this other stuff. And then you went, I'm loving music and I want to be happy. So you
Yes.
went down that road.
Yes and no. So like in 2009, I just out of happenstance discovered that I was at a wedding.
Mhm.
How much you want to hear, but I was at a wedding.
Weddings
and,
are always fun.
yeah, and the lady was like, "Hey, sing a song, Kenny." It was a very small wedding with everybody was from Ireland, so they had their guitars out, and it was very
Really?
all that was going on. And she's like, "Sing a song," and I had never sang a song in my life, so I sang an Elvis song a little bit. And she goes, "You should sing."
You love me.
Yeah, I forget.
Was it that?
Oh, what was it?
What, you don't recall? I figured at a wedding, maybe I can't help falling in love or love me tender. No, I
When my
guess
hands shaking, my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand
on my own 2 feet.
Who do you think of when you've had such luck? I'm in love.
Ooh.
I'm always a couple.
Okay, Ken. Okay, Ken.
Yeah, that was it.
But that was pretty
And then
good. So you pull it. I know.
Yeah, then you couldn't
It's
shut me
awesome.
up from then on.
No. It's so true, though. It's like us in radio. We walk out on stage and we don't know what we're going to say. But the minute we open our mouth, everything then you don't shut up.
Right. Well,
But it's
so-
all good stuff. So I imagine when you start playing, you don't stop.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's
Wow.
also so I'd never sang in front of anybody ever before that. So I did that, and then I went and I started taking my daughter to take piano lessons. So then I got a guitar and started taking guitar lessons. And it was funny. The guy's like, "Well, you're learning really quickly, but don't expect this to continue at your age." It's like
That's an insult.
I know. I was like,
It's like-
dude, I was starting to get it. So I went to another teacher there because I
Right.
was like, well, I don't want to stick with somebody that's telling me that's the wall. And the same thing happened. The other guy's like, "Man, you're really getting this quickly, but don't expect this to continue." I'm like, am I being punked?
I know. Seriously.
Yeah. So I went, I had like 4 or 5 different teachers as I was working my way through with my daughter's lessons. And anyway, I could go on, but I don't know where you wanted to go.
No. That's good. That's good. It's you made that decision to go down that road, doing your thing. And I think if somebody told me, well, you're only going to learn so much because you're so old, I'd be like, that's all my reason. I'm going to show you that I can do this.
To some
So
extent,
yeah, exactly. How much of your music is drawn from real life experiences?
I'd say, well, all of it, but they're not all real life experiences, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
So you channel yourself into a feeling that you might understand, but you might not have exactly lived.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
so, like the last song in the album is called Without Living, which is about, you know, all these, I wouldn't know the price I paid. I wouldn't know the less, you know, you just wouldn't know unless you lived life. So the fun part about coming into music now is just so much to draw on. There's like, I was just at another spot and they were like, that should be a song. You know, I'm like, yeah, you're right. And we were just talking about, letting an album out in a couple months that's just about my daughter and how she, you know, at age like 15 or so, you're just so scared to let them grow up. You start to feel like, oh no.
Right.
Oh no, she's growing up, and it was so cute when they're 7, having dinner and getting ice cream and all that stuff. And it was like, and I captured that in a song, and we actually used it at her wedding. I got to dance with her to it.
Oh my!
I've never released it. I'm finally releasing it on Halloween of this year through a different label. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
But that's like,
no, I get it.
An experience. And then there's others that are. I mean, I came back from being out with my buddies at a bar, and we just had a great time. We were just having a blast. And I came home and I took my guitar out and I just started playing it down in the basement. And my wife's like, you know, just kind of like, you know, I'm going to town, right? And here's you'll get this. It's like,
all right.
I don't know if I can just jump in, but the song's called Saddle Up.
Saddle Up.
That's what you said to me. Saddle up. And it was this whole thing about being at a bar and, you know, and just the excitement of it. And this girl's like, let's go. And
I love it.
None of that happened, but it was happening.
Should be a song. It is a song.
It was all happening around me. So it's like you're getting the vibe of the room. And it's like you could, and there was some such funny, stupid stuff happening. And my wife comes back by, she's like, you should record that. And I'm like,
you should listen to her.
Yeah. And the funniest part was, talk about not knowing what you're doing, but just doing it. I was on my way to Nashville and my wife's like, do you even know how songs are supposed to be shaped? And I'm like, I never really thought about it. She's like, you're going to Nashville and you don't even know.
Well, you're going to learn.
And so like, if
you know what I mean,
that particular song, she just was like, yeah, there's a verse, there's a chorus. Then there's another verse, usually maybe a bridge. And I'm like, oh, so I rearranged it. I'm like, thank you. And one of the songs, which was about her, I was writing on the road, but it's like that kind of impromptu stuff.
But she knew all that.
Yeah.
So how? Okay. You just answered my question.
Well, she knows music. But she's not involved with it at all.
But she was telling you, you are a musician.
I wasn't though.
But she's saying how you should shape the song.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Which was huge.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's good. It's good. I'm not saying anything. I think it's good to get that advice.
Yeah. I mean, the funniest part is I was talking to somebody maybe this morning or yesterday who was asking about, you know, the songwriting. And they were mentioning how so many artists are very particular about their song and they don't want people to kind of give that input or they don't want to. It's like, hey, this is my song. And I'm like, no, I don't know what I'm doing. If you have a good idea, bring it here. And this last album, it was so funny. I never knew this whole time. Everybody kind of assumed that. So you're in studio with the best musicians on the planet, and they think I have an ego. Maybe it's like no,
far from it.
It's like I don't know if I've ever given that vibe, but I had this guy in the room with the producer, and they're like, "Well, how much help do you want?" I mean, how? I go, I want all of it. It's like It's like we're trying to make a hit. How do we do? Help me. And it was the coolest thing. I'm in the studio singing. And they're like, draw your vowels, dude. And it was the coolest thing. They were teaching me how to sing my own songs.
And you're not the only artist that has told me that.
Really?
They go into, they get these professional musicians, studio musicians or vocalists, even in the background vocals, just to help you out in the advice they give you. And, you know, they've been there. They've been on hit records. They're doing all that. They know what you want and how to tell you how to do it right. I've heard that from a few different artists.
It's taken me a minute to figure that out.
But I don't know. I'm hearing good stuff. So that's cool. Yeah. Whereabouts in Nashville do you record?
Oh, well, that's an interesting thing too. I've tried, I forget all the names.
There's so many.
Dark Horse, which
was
so cool.
Okay.
I actually slept there stayed like a week.
It's like these old homes that are built into studios.
Big lodge of a home.
Yeah, I do see. I don't know whether or not our viewers know that or not, and maybe you could tell a little bit about it as well. I've done broadcasts from Nashville, and for example, the CMAs, and they set you up in these recording studios that are actually old homes. And the way they've been, soundproofed, and the bedrooms are now vocal booths, so on and so forth. It's amazing. Maybe
churches
the living room,
too.
Churches. Yeah, you'd be driving down the road and not even realize that, oh my God, that's a studio.
So the last one we just did, they have millions of dollars of gear in this studio, right?
Mm-hmm,
it looks like an old shed. Like you're driving down the road, there's a shed. Just a shed.
No idea.
You walk in and it's like, oh, they're like, yeah, we don't really want people to know.
Well, that's a good point.
This here, and it was not in the heart of Nashville. So the first one was in Franklin. That was that.
Yep, just outside. Yep.
First time I ever recorded. It was awesome. Just like you described, you'd go into one room. The fiddler was in the hallway, but there's plugins everywhere.
Yes.
And they would give different sounds. The drummer, of course, is in an isolated room. The vocal booth is an isolated room. But it was just in the guitar player, the bass player are always out in the open kind of thing. So it's literally like living in a movie when you're doing it. So that was amazing.
It's amazing.
And the last one, like I said, was in a shed. But more recently, and I say last one, when we went to do the vocals, I went to the producer's house.
Oh, wow.
So to your point.
Yeah.
And then we went over to do some of the lead guitar licks, and we went to his house. Wow. He has a studio. Everybody in Nashville has their own studio in their house now. And when I say studio for the guitar player, it was the breezeway from the garage into the house. They just use it.
That's it.
They just need the amp in a closet.
Yep.
And he's just sitting there on the steps, rocking out the licks. And I'm like, this is the coolest, craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And so now we've gone away from that movie feeling.
Exactly.
And it's changing even more now. Like Wish You Wouldn't Go was recorded entirely differently than anything I've ever recorded.
Yeah.
It was.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was a guy with a keyboard.
Okay.
Laid down the entire sound.
Really?
Yeah. It was really weird to sing.
But like a track at a time. And then they put it. Oh, okay. All right.
Like the backing track.
Okay. Exactly.
Instead of going in and everybody goes.
Right.
And then they start going, and everybody's going like thunder, which is what you see in the movies. But this was like, here's track. And I was like, it was so funny. I'm like, dude, I can't sing it to this. It's like, I don't get the timing. What are you doing? He was like, oh, you need to make the chorus longer. And I go,
okay, now I've got to add to it.
It's taking me like a year and a half to write this song. We're recording in 2 days. He goes, well, you'll get it. I mean,
and you got it.
And because he's like, it feels better to have that. And I'm like, okay, because I said help me, and he goes, for me to do that chord transition, it would be a little better. He wasn't pushy, he was just cool. So we did, and I made it, and it made it better. But the point was, he had it all there, and it was so weird to sing to, because I kept going, this sounds just like a beer commercial I heard. I go, I can't even sing to that. And he goes, it'll be totally different when they put everybody else on it. So it was weird when I was singing it, and then when I finally heard it, they added, and everybody gets the track.
Right.
And they did it at their place.
And then they bring it all together.
It's like, voila.
And that's what we hear.
Yeah. And then I'm reacting to it going, could you pull down the guitar? Can we, those harmony vocals, hard no, and just that kind of stuff until it all gets
evened out, so to speak.
Yeah. And then you give it to mastering, and then they make it just right. So when you turn it on your radio, you hear it. Is there any way to turn that down too?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear it through the mic, but, you know, because we're on a radio station. Yeah, I know.
It just occurred to me. I don't mean to interrupt what we're doing.
No, there's a little knob on the right. No, other way. Oh, that's better.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Thank you, Reagan.
Sorry, yeah. Don't know how. I don't know if you edit that out or what.
No, we're all. So this is the real deal. This is the real deal.
I started hearing that song when we were talking. I was like, I just started to like to
You
squirrel. And I'm like, what's that? I heard that snare in there, and we were talking about listening to music, and I was just starting to.
Well, if we did this podcast at the Skip Happens studio, which is in my house, you'd have a yellow lab jumping up on your lap.
Nice.
You would have maybe you hear me popping a beer over in the other corner. I mean, it's the way it works. I know, and that was the original plan, but everything is changing. What is your Ken Domash is who I'm chatting with? He's a new independent artist, putting out some great music. Got the album coming out. But what is your biggest challenge as a musician, as a newer musician?
Wow.
And as an old man?
Yeah. I mean, the old man thing.
I only said that to be as a joke.
That's been, I mean, honest to goodness, you look at it and it's like, I was at the Ryman and I'm watching like Parker McCollum or something like that play. And I'm just like going, man, that guy could kick my butt so fast. Just like going that young, strong. It's like when I was 27, he'd still kick my butt. But it's like, right. And I'm going, how do you even compete with all these super, handsome, attractive, young, it's like, and I go, it's like that TV show where she gets hit and she's like, I have more insurance. It's like, you have these stories and you're a storyteller. And it's like, oh, so it took me a minute to get my head around that, like legit. As far as challenges, that's kind of an advantage. My inability to stop is a really big benefit. It's like I don't really figure out why I'm doing all this stuff. But I mean, the biggest challenge is that I'm an independent artist.
Right. And it's tough, but that means he's doing it all by himself.
Yeah. And if you're an independent artist, there's just insurmountable hills and walls and gates that you're just, and as I was talking to one of the fellows when I, in 2010 recording, and I didn't realize, these were just famous people that I didn't know were famous. Like they were playing with John Mayer and they were doing, and I didn't know them.
Okay.
I'm having these conversations like it's like my neighbor or something, right? And then I find out later, I'm like, oh, kind of a big deal. I wouldn't have been able to do my album if I knew I was around all these superstars. It was much better.
Yes.
But I was just telling the guy, I'm like, I'm just looking for that one loose brick to get some daylight in this wall. So streaming is really hard to penetrate as an independent artist. There's just access to different distribution. You look like you're gonna ask something.
No. I'm agreeing with you, and there's a lot of good about being an independent artist. You don't have that 70-30 split with the label, which a lot of people don't understand. That's a lot to do with money. How you got to pay back so much before you can even make, they think, wow, he's had a song on the radio. He went top 10. Oh my goodness. I bet you he's driving a great car and he's got a beautiful home. No.
Yeah. I've watched all those documentaries.
No, just the opposite. Yep. Exactly.
They're basically an employee and they're getting a loan to do all of that, and it's a business,
and you're being told what to do to a certain extent by some of these label
doesn't it
execs.
Look cool?
It does.
They do look
cool.
Like they're living it right, though. I mean, I'm jealous. It's like they've got the machine to put together a show. That's a lot of work.
But you can, as an independent artist, you control what you make. You control the shows you do. You control the music that you're putting out.
For sure.
Sure, you have a team behind you. I mean, you got people working the radio and working press release and, media aspect of it all. But it's not, you have the overall say.
Yes, but the breadth of it is, if without the major label, it's just so hard to penetrate. And I'm sure you get it, like the certain levels. So what do? You try to do the most amazing job you can within the yards you can get into. You know what I mean? It's like, so, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm touring radio, going to stations that will.
It's what we call a radio tour.
Yeah. And you go station to station, you meet the people that are making the decisions, and
let me go get that person. Just kidding. I know. I'm kidding.
And they get to know you, and it's like it's almost no different than an artist being discovered by a label who then has the relationships to say this one's great. But you have to.
How do you doing what you do? There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of you get a lot of no's.
Okay.
All right. Is that, I've talked to other Nashville artists and the question I ask, it's a pretty common one. How do you handle criticism? How do you handle it as an artist when somebody says, Ken, you're really good, but you're not what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Something like that. Then you I know if it was me, it'd be like, right, shut the door and leave. And I'd be upset. But you've got to be able to handle that, right?
Yeah. And here's a funny thing. So
Okay.
my wife always laughs at me about, she's like, why do you think everybody loves you? You know, and even when people treat me badly, she has to remind me of who those bad players are in my life. You know, it's like, don't
end up this way, or like so and so. Yeah.
You know, and I just think it's so funny. So why do you think everybody loves you? And in my head, I have a quick funny story. When I was in high school, grade school or high school, I think it's first year of high school, I was in track. I was fast. I was scrappy, fast little runner. And it was a 100-yard dash. And I'm in this race. I run it, fastest time I ever had. Crushed it. Came in last place. Just barely. Just was like, fast. I mean, it was like, how did I not win this? Go over to my dad in the stands. I'm like, did you see that? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, did you? And he goes, you lost, right? I'm like, yeah, but you did see how well I came in last. And that was like our joke forever. It was just a funny thing of,
I get it.
You know, it's like my dad, you know, as long as my dad thought it was something, you know, and he gets, that was turns out maybe like 5 years ago, I found out that race, because my friend won it. That race was the day that he set the record, hasn't been beaten. I just happened to be in the race the day that everybody ran faster than anybody ever will.
Yeah.
And I was right on. It's like, if he hadn't been there, I'd be the guy.
Look at the numbers. Don't look at what happened with the race. You know, but
numbers,
you look at, look at your numbers. It was the
happy.
best you ever did.
So as far as, you know, people telling you
even though he did come in last, but that's all right.
But maybe you just try not to hear it. You know, I hope, because when you're saying it, I'm having a stretch. I've had such great experiences with, like, everybody in radio has been so amazing. And I mean, a lot of stations that don't play me, it doesn't even compute, but I'm visiting, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if I answered that.
You did well.
Helpfully or not, but
not really, but you did well.
Yeah,
you kind of, no, I'll kid. I kid around a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I think you already realize that. It's my personality, and I like your personality, and I like what you got going. If you weren't playing music, what do you think you'd be doing? Let me guess. Were you a school teacher?
No, I've never done that. But I would love to teach art.
Really?
Yeah. Fine art.
I'm trying to think what, I give up. What would you be?
Well, I have another whole gig.
All right. What's your other gig?
My other gig. You know,
here we
guesses?
go. Give me a clue.
It's art related. It's artistically related.
Sculptures.
I wish. I would love to do that too. It's a really good guess.
It's art related.
Kind of artsy.
A cartoon.
I'm good at that, but that's not it either. Okay. Yeah. Last one.
Reagan, help me.
How'd you guess that?
Architect.
How'd you know that? Yeah. How did you?
Oh, okay.
How did you get that?
She guessed architect because she's
yes.
I've been out of college for a lot of years. She just graduated.
Yeah, you nailed it. So yeah, no, I'm a full-on architect.
Really? So you design buildings?
I design buildings, spaces, and I never. Here's a funny thing: I never went to school for it.
So you have that, that printing.
I can do that.
No way.
Really well. I have a funny story on that. So I went to school to study design, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And this is funny. I don't know if I can tell this story live.
It's all good.
No,
it's all good.
No.
We're good. We're good.
Nobody's listening.
No. So well, they will be, but that's okay.
In school, I would do all the design work for this one girl in the school.
Okay.
And she would do all my handwriting because I couldn't do it. Okay. So it was like this cheating scheme we had because you had to do the first job I get this architectural firm. I had to do all the handwriting. I was like, oh no. I had cheated my way through school and never did it. I'm really good at the design stuff. So I had to learn that like in a week. So anyway, yeah, I do.
So that's cool, man.
Yeah, the architecture thing has been, and if I wasn't doing that, because I've been doing that, I was going to do magic as a lifetime profession.
Really?
Yeah, I had been.
See, I'm amazed by that as well. I have some friends that really deep into the magic, magicians, and even though we're good friends, he still will not tell certain secrets.
TV,
so
and internet, that.
I know. I get it, but that's amazing. Well, good for you, man.
I had a blast with that. That was in all of this. Just to give you an example of it, like when I'm doing these goofy tchotchkes as marketing.
Yeah, I love this, by the way. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know.
Wish You Wouldn't Go radio.
Yeah, WWYG.
Yeah,
It's all the hit.
WYWG. It's a
W.
Wish You Wouldn't
That's
Go.
right. WYWG 109.3,
which does not exist on the dial.
No,
And
that's why it says that.
I have a whole YouTube page of that. And my dad would always say when I was doing magic shows, he's like, Kenny, you need a theme. Because he had been in theater and stuff. And he's like, you need a theme, Kenny. So, magic isn't enough of a theme. Ooh, birds. It's like, oh, a coin disappeared. Oh, I'm linking rings. It's like, what's the theme? Why? Magic is, I get it, but beyond that, what could it be? So I would do shows that were breakdancing. I was doing shows as a waiter, and everything was with the money and the tabletop candles and things.
Yeah.
And I just always had a theme to it. And for music, same thing. It's like, how do you promote a song like Wish You Wouldn't Go? And it just, what do you do? Send people tissues, or how do you get so the tchotchke became, let's make up a radio station that is that idea. So the whole magic thing, the architectural, the drawing, all of that has just taken on a whole different meaning with the music. So that's like another. When I found that, I was like, what is music about? Because that was always magic to me.
Music is magic.
I never understood how people could just sit in a room and all start playing together.
It's magic.
It is.
Music is magic.
Magic to it.
And it's the universal language for everybody. Music brings everybody together.
Yes. And I never had that. So I did, when I was doing the magic stuff, I was going to do that as a living. And I had competed. I competed in Hawaii, and I was becoming friends with people in Japan. Japan gave me this big award. I was going to live in Japan, and it was like getting, what? It's like, this is a whole different thing. And I just said, I don't think I'm going to survive this. It was just, it's like, what kind of a life do you want? Was what I had to decide. And so doing this music is almost like, all right, I've grown up. We've raised some kids, and
here you go.
Do this.
Do it now, baby.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah. How many kids?
3.
Wow.
Yeah.
3. Girls, boys? What
one daughter who got married, and I have a song that's coming out this Halloween.
Okay. Yeah, you mentioned that.
I cannot wait. It's called Butterfly Girl, and it's just about your daughter growing up. And
wow. I immediately had a throwback to Butterfly Kisses.
Somebody else said that too. Yeah, that was a good song.
But Bob Carlyle did it. And it was about, walking down, watching her grow, and then she walks down the aisle.
Oh, you're kidding. I didn't know how the song went. Is it seriously? Well, I think it busted for copyright.
No. But I like that.
And you know what's funny is,
and as a father of 3 daughters, I'll be sure to listen to that.
It's just such a.
My daughters are grown, and they've given me like 8 grandkids. So
wow, yeah, I haven't had that part.
Now you're going, you are old. I know, you're a lot older than I am. Yeah, you look at how old he is, and he's working radio. He shouldn't be doing it. He's old. Why is he doing it now? No,
just that old? Is there somebody else in here feeding you the questions? Dude, it keeps you excited, keeps you young.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does 100%.
It's like I am running a race. I'm the guy that's trying to run in the Olympics. It's like, you're too old to be in the Olympics. Well,
okay,
why not? Well, there's a lot of reasons why not for that. But yeah.
So we're talking to independent artist Ken Domash. I said that right?
Yeah, Ken Domash.
Yeah. Okay. And Wish You Wouldn't Go is the single. I love the coffee mugs. And when you came in and, you were handed out a few of these, I said, that is so clever. Just the whole idea. And it kind of goes with you being an architect, because now as my mind starts turning and thinking about everything you've been saying and what you do and what you're going to do, I said, yeah, definitely. Good choice.
Yeah.
Putting it all together. So the single is Wish You Wouldn't Go.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to hear that, but I would also, I'm going to attach the actual studio version to this video. So, well, because you're old. No, I'm only kidding. But, I say that to everybody because it's one thing doing it acoustic.
Yeah.
I love acoustic. It's another thing being on the internet, and it kind of takes away from the sound a little bit when it comes to music. It does. Unless,
absolutely.
If you're doing it live, like we're doing this, it takes away from it. So I want people I want them to see you and hear you play it, but then I also want to expose them to the actual studio version, and you'll go, damn, this is good.
Well, and also, I mean, an
It's good
acoustic
anyways.
guitar, acoustic
Yeah.
guitar only gets
So much.
so much of the sound.
Yep.
But it also is where they all start.
Mhm.
Like, all the songs you do. I just sent one for our next album going in the end of next month to record for next year. And I like sent in the track, and I'm like going, all right, we're in a safe spot. We've been doing this a minute, right? So like, I didn't even think before I hit send, but don't ever let that circulate anywhere because it's so bad, And then a songwriting friend of mine, bless her soul, man, she put one out with me on it, and I'm like, and it's like showing up everywhere, and it was like, that was a first take quick idea for what your song could be. And she put it out there like, what are you doing? There's like nothing on that. Oh my gosh. But at the same time,
I love it.
My favorite is getting on the air and just totally doing an awful job and messing up. And,
well, yeah, it makes it more memorable.
Absolutely. Yeah. When you're driving down the road and you hear somebody totally mess up,
it's good. And you're going to want to hear it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
If your meme is forgetting your own lyrics, which I do all the time.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, it's not. You make up new ones as you go.
And nobody would know the difference.
Oh, they do. They got the special in-person edition. I was doing a...
All right.
Can we actually do it? You know how hard it is to go from that conversation.
I know.
To something all sentimental. We need a better segue.
All right. Well, what can we do to make it a better segue?
I guess we can tell them what the song's about.
Yeah, that'll bring us,
and then I'll start crying.
Emotionally involved.
Yeah,
relationship based. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Ken Domash. Wish you wouldn't go.
You got your reasons, I know. Maybe I didn't let it show. But you're the most important part of me. Maybe I could have done things a little differently. So if you want to drink, let's drink. If you want to love me. If you're gonna leave, just leave real slow. 'Cause I don't want this to be just another memory. Baby, if you're gonna leave, just leave real slow, but I wish you wouldn't go. Wish you wouldn't go. Can we just talk, no strings? Maybe we laugh about all kinds of stupid things. God knows I've done a few. You know I'd never hurt you. I've never hurt you. So if you want to drink, let's drink. If you want to love me. But if you're gonna leave, just leave real slow. 'Cause I don't want this to be just another memory. Baby, if you're gonna leave, just leave real slow. But I wish you wouldn't go. Wish you wouldn't go. If we went our own separate ways, if I gave you all kinds of space. If you want to drink, let's drink. If you want to love me. But if you're gonna leave, just leave real slow. 'Cause I don't want this to be just another memory. Baby, if you're gonna leave, just leave real slow. But I wish you wouldn't go. Wish you wouldn't go. Wish you wouldn't go. Don't
Wow. Yeah.
Nice.
Woo.
It took me a minute to get into there.
Oh, wow. But you got it, dude.
Boy, and that's what we thought. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Hi.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume that's the reaction you get from about every radio person you go in front of, because it's music like that will turn heads and will make listeners turn that volume up and go, wow, either they're going through something or something is about to happen. They know it, or they want somebody to know how they feel.
Wow.
That is going to be the song that's going to do it.
Thank you.
Now I need a tissue.
Wow. I love all that.
You know what? If
love
somebody
all that.
says no, but if you
You're
get
not just
emotional,
yanking- You're not pulling
No,
a chain here.
no,
You're
no,
doing-
no.
wow, I
Well,
love
no,
it.
because if you can pull on those heartstrings, you've got yourself a hit.
Beautiful.
You do.
And
You do.
that was serious when we were starting. It's so funny. You go, we're just.
I don't know
having
what's
fun.
he laughing at.
And I
He's
can't
singing a
even
song.
You can't even get into the song, you know. And I'm like messing up the song. I'm like wanting to joke.
No, I
with
didn't
you.
know.
And then you start to get into it. Then I forget I'm here.
Yeah.
And then it's hard. Like some of these songs, like when I recorded that, I was crying in the recording. Like it was like
I believe it.
bawling while I sang.
I believe
It's
it.
hard to sing the songs. And that Butterfly Girl, I am a
Can you do
mess
one
in that
verse
song.
of the Buttergirl?
Yeah,
Just
love
one
to.
verse. I'm
Yeah.
not going to ask you to reveal the whole song because I know you don't want to.
Oh no.
I get it. I just want to hear a little bit of it.
Now I'm into that other song. I was thinking,
Wow.
I gotta get my head in. It's like,
All right. Yeah.
hold on, I can't get my head around. Let's see if I-
You can do it
Oh.
though. It's Ken
Used
Domash.
to walk, used to talk, used to laugh a lot. Used to hold my hand, crossing the parking lot. Sign of the cross as you go to sleep. I pray to God for your soul to keep. It'll be so hard to let you go. 'Cause you're my butterfly girl. You're my butterfly girl. You're my butterfly girl. Flying away. Flying away. Delicate wings. Delicate wings. Staying up late and playing songs was our favorite thing. By the truck headlight, man, she could really sing. But just like words in the air, they float away. I closed my eyes, so in my mind she'd stay. It'll be so hard to let her go. She's my butterfly girl. She's my butterfly girl. She's my butterfly girl. She's flying away. She's flying away on delicate wings. Delicate wings. You're so beautiful as you spread your wings. You're out on your own, just fluttering. And you're just beyond my reach. Your colors in the sunlight coming back to me. Coming back to me. So my butterfly girl. You're my butterfly girl. You're my butterfly girl. Flying away. Flying away. On delicate wings. Delicate wings. Used to walk, used to talk, used to laugh a lot. Used to hold my hand, crossing the parking lot.
Wow. Dude, I didn't ask you to play the whole thing.
Sorry, I couldn't stop. I
didn't want you to stop.
Thank you. I didn't look up. I would have.
No.
Yeah,
please,
I'm already.
please.
Yeah,
I'm
hot
just,
mess, man.
I'm just, yeah. And
So
gonna
much
play-
goes through your mind when you play it.
dude, I know the feeling. Being the dad
Yeah.
of daughters, although mine are already past the point of getting married and
Well,
having families
I
of
got
their
to
own.
dance with my daughter at her wedding
Yeah.
with that song. Yeah, it was really. So all of it just means anyway,
dude.
being here means so much. Getting a chance to play that stuff and having people
Wow.
hear it.
Yes.
means
And
a
this
lot. It means
this
the
will be
world to me.
posted here real quick.
Wow.
What's the first concert you ever attended?
First concert I ever
Yeah,
attended.
we're going to change the attitude here a little bit. We're going to
See,
change.
that just happened. You did.
Yeah.
He likes to have fun, but I
Yeah,
have a serious.
I know.
I'm
So,
I always
yeah,
tell my
that's
wife
snap.
I'm very
Okay.
sentimental. You know.
Yeah,
It's like,
well, I am
Be
too.
careful with me. I'm very breakable. You know. Aside from the tough exterior,
Oh,
with my
yeah.
pink shirt on. My first concert. Oh my gosh. Well, I tell you what I think it was, and
Okay.
it's not really a concert.
All right.
I went
that's
to
cool.
go see Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, so I was
He-
standing behind this. Never mind.
You can't- we really can't do
I
any of
won't
this
go there.
shit.
I won't go there.
He did some Elvis though. He
Oh, I
sang-
can see him doing that.
Oh man, he shook the he
Yeah,
was
he's got that voice.
he was I mean that's
Yeah.
what just strikes me as the
Yeah.
first the
I
other
gotcha.
I mean, the other concert, my first real concert was a Def Leppard concert,
All right.
and my best friend got us in with some scalp tickets. Turns out they weren't real, and we got kicked out before Def Leppard came on stage.
Well, that's a memory.
Yeah, we're out in the car, and I'm like going, "You idiot!" And they were like, "You have the wrong seats." I was like, "Let's get up and move." And he's like, "No, these are ours." It's like, "No, we're going out of the building now. Way to go!"
Thanks,
You know
buddy.
who you are, dude. All
Yeah.
right.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, I don't do karaoke.
Okay, all right,
Can I tell you one thing though?
No.
I tried to do a karaoke song
Okay.
at my son's college, and I love doing. I won't play because I've been playing up too much. A Dua Lipa song,
Oh, okay.
"Levitating."
Yes.
Play it
Yes.
on my guitar. I mix it in with. I do a lot of mashes, like the Domash part
Yeah.
of my work,
Yeah.
and I'll mix in Old Town Road and Dua Lipa. So I'm like, I'll do Dua Lipa. They started playing it. It was in her key.
That
was
didn't
like,
work too well, did
Guess
it?
what I'm not doing anymore? Karaoke.
Mm.
You can't change.
Oh
the
my
key.
God, that's so funny. Bucket list of places you'd like to play but haven't.
Oh man, that's like
what-
I need a truck, not a wheelbarrow. There's so many places I haven't played. I have been working on the craft of songwriting, producing,
Mhm.
getting out there, trying to get songs that people know to collect enough songs to play big venues. But Bridgestone Arena,
Red Rocks.
I'll give you my favorite choice.
Okay.
One of my favorite.
Yes.
Right here. My favorite thing to accomplish would be to play at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, which is where I saw Dice Clay.
Yeah.
And I did a magic competition there
Okay.
way back.
So it's like going full circle.
I love it. Yeah, I love a theater feel because it's more of a stand-up comedy show like you and I are doing, and then you break into this acoustic on a stool type of show. That's my goal. Didn't want to put it out there and mess it up.
That's all good.
It's the
It's all
energy.
good. Coffee or whiskey before a show?
What, coffee or whiskey?
Coffee or whiskey before a show?
Put your hands together. No.
We got this. We got the whiskey.
I don't. I
Nah.
rarely will drink before
Love
or
it.
during a show. I've had all my buddies that are doing it, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, "You're in the wrong key. Oh, you're in the wrong room at this point." So I don't drink at all while I perform.
Mhm. If fans, and these are certain quickies I wrote down, if fans could describe you in one word, what would you hope it is?
Fun.
Perfect. Boots or sneakers?
I brought my boots and I brought my sneakers.
I know. I got to wear my
favorite.
sneakers.
Want to know? Hey, dudes.
No, that's good.
I
That's
wear
good. I
that
love
all
them.
day,
Love
every
them.
day, and my wife's
Love
like,
'em.
"How many of those can you buy? You have to buy a
Love 'em.
lot because you know what they do." Spoiler alert: I power wash mine. You can't make them not smell.
Dude, I power wash my. I have what they
Yes.
call canes. They're not Hey Dudes, but
Yes.
still they're like clogs, but they're the full. And I power wash them.
Yes, and
I
I feel
do.
like the third power wash, they're toast.
They're
And you can't
I
get a lot
haven't
of
gotten to
power.
that point
You
yet.
can't get a lot out of
But
them.
it's like they look brand new.
Yeah, but they feel so good.
Oh yeah,
Yes, Now boots
yeah.
are super
Yeah.
comfortable.
All right.
They're more comfortable than so if you're going out.
Yeah,
If you're going out to all the bars, national boots.
The boots.
If you're
You
going
gotta
to
look cool.
go see your nephew or something.
Yeah.
Tennis shoes.
Hey Dudes.
Right. And hey dudes are
Hey
hey
Dudes.
dudes are everywhere.
I got you. Check out the canes if you haven't.
I like
But yeah, so somebody wants to go on and get your music, they can go to kendomash.com.
Yes.
That easy? Or
It is-
Kendomash
it is
Music?
if you go to Domash Music, it'll take you to kendomash.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
kept that because that's
Yeah.
what I started with.
Totally.
And then I realized, well, nobody has the name Ken Domash either. All the socials just have Ken Domash and streaming.
You know what you when I hear butterfly girl, you should really well, it's just me talking, but being the dad of 3 daughters, um, that song needs to be marketed towards
I
weddings.
agree.
Because if that gets on a site, and I know I've worked a lot of weddings in my life, being who I am and what I do, that brides are looking for that special song. And a lot of brides don't want something they hear every day.
Yeah.
And they're going to hear that and go, oh my God,
Yeah.
I want my dad to listen to this. And I guarantee they both will be crying. And I guarantee that's going to be on that playlist for the father daughter.
We're trying something new in October. We have a label out of Germany that's going to release. I have our current album, 20 Different Routes, just hit over Labor Day. So it's just out there. That's everywhere. And then we're releasing another 5-song album out of a label out of Germany, which includes Butterfly Girl on November 14th. So
well, I'm going to get it. I'll tell you right now.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go get that.
Awesome.
I'm definitely gonna get it.
And I agree with you. I had to figure out, how do I market it to weddings? Yeah. And I agree. It's totally.
Check out some of the wedding websites, and there's so many. There's so many ladies now, young women that are trying to plan their weddings, and they don't know, music. And
wouldn't it be the funniest things? Like, you try to figure out a formula of what's going to work, and you just write something that you love, and that's the one that works. We'll go figure.
But then they get to know you, and now you put out some other stuff, and it just, it's one fan at a time, and just continue to grow.
It is. And I mean, huge thank you to, like, my neighbors will walk out while I'm going for a walk with my wife, and they'll come out and say, Kenny, love the new song, and it's so funny. And it's like, these are my neighbors, and it's like, and my wife's just like, oh my gosh, are you going to talk the whole time? I'm like, yeah, I love this. This is great. And
dude,
she's
I
like,
love
do you like have to talk to everybody? I'm like, I love people. It's just so.
I can see that.
It's
because
so nice.
We hadn't met before until you walked through the door.
And this is the neatest way to meet so many people.
I love it.
And being on stage, by the way, you do this a lot. You get to know everybody. It's almost like an X, a times 10 of meeting and getting to be friends with people by having a stage. They think they're just looking at you, but it's like you're seeing all of them, and you connect with so many people. It's super fun.
It is super fun. And I look forward to connecting again. I know we have CRS in March, the Country Radio. I've gone for 25 plus years.
We just haven't ran into each other.
Yeah. I've been at bar lines, dude. I don't know.
Bar lines at all.
Was it you that called me when I fell off the stool?
I don't know. I was you probably landed on me. I was already on the ground. I've had some pretty rough.
I used to. Don't tell anybody at bar lines, but every year I went, I'd take a bar lines glass. I'd get my drink, and I have a collection of those.
Most of those are the only ones that last.
Yeah, they're the thick glasses.
All of mine,
you get your
put
beer
them in the dishwasher or something. Break them by clicking on the edge.
Not those. They
not
hold up.
I don't think you're the only one.
It's like they're going, where did all the glasses go? Huh. Oh, that guy from Syracuse must have been.
Well, I didn't know you. Yeah, I love going to that.
Yeah,
and I'd be like in different hotel rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, you go to the suites and all that. Yeah, we'll have to talk about. We'll have to hook up.
We'll have to hook up, and I'll see you there in the spring.
It's March this year.
Yes,
it's March.
Yes,
anybody that's anybody.
Which is why we are going on October 20th to record, and I'm going there in 2 weeks to pre-discuss it, because it's like I want to have a release when you get there, when everybody's there. It's a lot of planning.
And Grassroots, who I know is
they're the promoters.
They're the promoters for that, and the promoters for radio. The best team in Nashville when it comes to promotion. There's a lot. There's a lot of good ones. Don't get me wrong. And I love Nancy and the gang and everybody that works there, John. But they do, and Shannon, such great, and shout out to Shannon. Just do a great job.
I agree with you. When we did it in 2010, I went to Nashville. I'd never done this. And they said, play a song. And I played a song, and the guys are like, pats me on the shoulder, like, well, you're done with architecture, son. And I was like, that's cool. And they go, see this? They're pointing to Billy Ray Cyrus. That song went to number 1. And I'm like, I'll start. I was like, awesome. What do I do? So they all helped me. So I had a chance to work with Jack Pride.
Yeah. I love Jack. Oh my God.
I agree with you. Now it's different. Now it's like you have to pick one to go with.
Yeah, but they had a lot of independence, and I've worked with them all as well. So a lot of good friends over many years.
You're a guy. I need to pick your brain.
And I welcome. I'd like to pick your brain a little bit, but been doing it a long time, and my Nashville connections are strong. So
That's awesome.
pretty
People assume I have them because I'm older,
because
but I'm just meeting
but
everybody for the first
little
time.
do they know you're younger than I am.
You know what's
so
awesome?
anyways,
You know what's awesome?
what's it?
Is that when you come in like later in the game, you haven't burned any bridges.
Not yet. And you won't.
I hope not.
And you won't.
Also, I'm kind of
No,
grown up. I
no.
know I don't want to burn any bridges. I don't want to do anything to anybody.
Experience. You know how to cross those bridges without burning them.
Even other artists, I've
Yeah.
met and then so forth. I'll call them and I'm like just complaining about my life problems with them, and they're like, "Oh, I can actually talk to you." And we talk, and then they'll call me, "Hey, I'm going to Nashville. Anybody you can suggest I play with?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I play with someone." And it's like, it's not like I'm trying to compete and beat them. It's like now I'm almost like this grown-up dad going, "You're really good. How can I help you?" And hopefully it all comes back, or doesn't matter.
Ken Domash.
Thank you.
You're awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the Q, Syracuse. Thank you for coming into our historic Inner Harbor Media broadcasting facilities. Yes. All the stations and all that. But thank you for being here. Yeah. And thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you buy the music. You will not be disappointed. And I'm going to turn the mic and I'm going to reach, because this will be edited out to stop the recording.